All right, here we are at the state line Overlook. There's their little logo from a while back. I don't know how old the sign is. Breaks Interstate Park has actually put some improvements in. There's a really nice playground up here now. I don't know when they put that in. I haven't been here probably for 20 years. But if you're looking at getting places, getting out and getting away from the house, or sort of a staycation, this could be what I like to call, a one-tank trip. Copyright me 2022, I think is when I started that idea. One-tank trips from basically the gateway area is what it's centered on. And of course, if you have one of these newer cars, the hybrids, or the ones that get, like a crossover SUV that might get 32 miles to the gallon, there's a lot of improvements to both the Mountain Parkway and a lot of the side roads, even old 460. But over here, 460 is turned into a big 4-lane, almost like an interstate. And Mountain Parkway coming from Lexington in places is 70 miles an hour. And it's been straightened out quite a bit. So you can do 70 miles an hour in parts of it and not get a ticket. But this is the State Line Overlook. I think it's the better of the overlooks here at the Interstate Park, Breaks Interstate Park. Just like Jefferson, as I mentioned in the previous video, Jefferson National Forest crosses the border into Kentucky. And somebody really got full of vinegar on me over that, because they said Jefferson National Forest is not in Kentucky. And I was like, yes, it is. Part of it. It is one of those that crosses the state line. I don't think there's a whole lot of national parks and monuments and stuff like that cross state lines. And this, I'm not sure if this is a cooperative effort, I think, with Kentucky, because a part of it is in Kentucky. But it's not really called a state park. It's called an interstate park. And so you'll have to check with Kentucky Tourism if you have some special status as for discounts or something like that. I don't know for sure if they apply in the interstate park. But that was easy. I'm not even out of breath. And it's not a big uphill run to get back to your car. So that's the old road down there. And from here, there is the new road. So it's just let's see if I can zoom in there. And that's new 460. It's just a couple of miles back this way to get to the new road. And you can see the big cut through. We've cut the mountains in half. It's much easier. When I was here as a youngster with family trips, this was an ordeal. And apparently if you take very many whale ship trips or something, you go out to see the dolphins and the whales, the captains on the ship wonder why you're not seasick. You don't have motion sickness when everybody else is thrown up overboard. Driving around in cars like we did, riding all the way in the back of the station wagon, we got over our motion sickness at an early age in Kentucky. So there's a tunnel on the train. If you come in November or early enough spring when those leaves aren't popped out, you can see better up here. It's gorgeous with all the leaves on the trees, of course. And there is somewhere here the end of Pine Mountain, which borders with Kentucky, until you get down to Black Mountain and it crosses over. And the little shepherd trail goes along part of that ridge. It's one of them things I've always wanted to get up there and mountain bike as far as you can anyway, legally. There might be some sections where you're not allowed to mountain bike on it. They've started to restrict mountain biking as they've gotten more and more electric bikes, which cause more and more erosion. Used to be, in the Daniel Boone National Forest, mountain bikes were beneficial to help keep the trails open for hikers. And then, for a while, they let the motocross bikes and four-wheelers get out there, especially during hunting season, and it churned up the trails into busted rock gardens, or mud bogs, so they banned a lot of the off-road vehicles. Now, up in this country, there's a few places where you do have, and I think inside of Breaks Interstate Park, there is some trails for off-road vehicles. In fact, we've come on the old road down here. As you're coming up, there's a sign, which I never had seen before, a sign for a four-wheeler crossing, or whatever they call them now. Probably not big enough for side-by-sides. It's more for the, what I learned as quad runners back when Suzuki marketed theirs as quad runners. But four-wheelers, whatever you want to call them, hillbilly killers. It's like every year somebody has to die on one over at Poppy Mountain, if you know where that is in eastern Kentucky. It's like a annual thing. That or falling off of Lakeji Rock. I don't know if I'd want to fall off of this either. But you're also looking down at the trees when you're at Lakeji Rock. But in any event, this is Breaks Interstate Park. Like I said, if you got a car that's got pretty good mileage, and or a crossover or a hybrid, it's a one-tank trip. Oh, and not that I get anything out of this, but gas prices down here seem, in parts of Pike County, to be cheaper. Don't ask me why. Maybe there's some competition between the distributors. I know that used to be the case as you got closer and closer to Ashland. It seemed like the gas prices went up because there was no competition between the distributors. But that may be kind of random now. But just to show you, the rocks are a little tricky. But this particular trail is way less of a challenge for folks that are less ambulatory. Get good handrails, real solid. And, you know, just like anything, you got to kind of watch your step. This is nice and soft, duff, pine, and needles. You got some, back over here, you can get to the blacktop. And of course, you can do like these ladies did and go to that platform. Let me see what this sign says. There you go. State Line Overlook. So, I forgot I was so zoomed in there. Let's see what the view looks like after. Oh, hey, look at here, binoculars. And you don't have to put a quarter in them. Let's see if I can line up my lens on this. I can't see what I'm doing. Probably ain't going to look that great. I've got an adapter I didn't bring with me and some binoculars I didn't bring with me. Anyway. That's probably 10 power. It's not too shaky. It doesn't say what the magnification is. Oh, what do we got here? Are you colorblind? Endochroma technology for color blindness to enable those with red-green color blindness to experience a broader spectrum of clear, vibrant, distinct color. Users with regular color visions will notice the colors pop. How about that? And red-green color vision, I've known several people over my lifetime that's got it. I know one guy got fired from a paint store. He was running paint in I think like a Sherwin-Williams or somewhere where you put 32 of this, 16 of that, 18 of that to mix the color. And even though he did it the way it was sold, somehow he mixed the wrong color and couldn't tell it and did a big order and got fired. I also know somebody who was a graphic artist for a network TV affiliate. And nobody knew he was colorblind because he did it by the numbers. So, don't let colorblindness inhibit your ability to do stuff Just stay friends with an interior decorator, or most women, they'll argue with you all day about what color something is, right? And that's not sexist, it's probably genetic. Sorry, but it is. And unfortunately, a lot of the women that I've known in my life, I don't know, thanks to feminists or what, or my bad driving, I don't get to drive a lot of times until it's dark and raining, because I can still see and they can't. So, night vision is something I don't take for granted. A lot of people don't have night vision like I do, apparently, even youngsters. So there's gosh awfully big mountains around yar, not like the hills where I'm from. I've been on a few of them, mostly over in Floyd County, but now just in case you didn't see my earlier video, that is not a forest fire tower, and I'm zoomed in all I can. I used a different phone that's got a better camera. You can see that that is a cell phone tower. It's just got so many dang antennas on it, I guess, for all the interstate phone services from Appalachian Wireless and AT&T and Verizon and all the rest of them. It's so covered with cell phone sectors that looks like one of them box houses on the top of a forest fire tower. It's a little different. And you can see, obviously, way off in the distance over here, you can see a actual cell phone tower. If I can aim right, I'm on top of this binocular with my phone trying to line it up. Let's see. I'm wondering if they put this little bar on top of this to try to help people line up their cell phones with the binoculars. So let's see if I'm looking right there. Should be that cell phone tower. And of course, through these nifty binoculars, I'm gonna guess it might be 20 power. The cell phone that you're watching is 5 power, and you can barely see down the side of that tower. If you're seeing it, I can't see for the sunlight, but right there beside of it is one of them big, ugly transmission lines for AC power. Oh, this tripod, or this pole on this binocular is a little sticky. Jumps. Anyway, Breaks Interstate Park. Now right here you can't really hear the water. At the other overlook, that's one of the nicer things if you go down there and sit and take in the nature. And it's quiet. You can hear the water rushing, but not here. That's your big bend in the river. And I think that might be the state line, I'm not sure. State line comes down and crosses that old curvy 460. But we're going to go back on the new road, and I might get to show you the tallest bridge in Kentucky. And I've been asking around, nobody knows if anybody's done any base jumping off of that, but it looks like it's a challenge for somebody. They might try it in secret, so maybe a video will show up on an anonymous whatever YouTube account or other social media. Yeah, I'll try to hide their biometrics and their, what do you call it, granular data, to where they can get away with posting the video proof of what they did without getting arrested. Otherwise, just go up to the New River Gorge on up in Virginia and do your base jumping and bungee jumping or whatever. I think in Virginia they said, hey, we'll make this a tourist. We'll make this a tourist thing. And so they have a yearly event up there on that New River Gorge. I kind of had the place to myself here, but here comes some more youngsters.
We're following our friends.
Let me hit finish here so you're not live on Facebook. Oh, slow connection. I can't do nothing yet. It won't let me out of it. Finish.